Verse 7. The sick man answered him, Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, and while I'm going, another steps down before me. Okay, so he says, Sir, not at least he speaks in a respectful way towards Jesus, not in a downplaying. And I have no one to put me in there. By the time I get there, somebody else going in front of, before me. So at least from this answer, we kind of get the idea that he kinds of want to be healed, right? But still, we don't know 100% sure, because he could have been lying even this, because I mean, in a sense, what he's saying is true, but did he really want to get first there? Okay. Verse 8. Jesus said to him, okay, yeah, so, yeah, but just, but just quickly get still back to verse 7 about the stirring. So I haven't mentioned this yet. So seemingly the idea, and how exactly this was going on, we don't know. But seemingly, so there's this angel coming down, stirring the water kind of idea. And when this happens, then they need to, yeah, there might, I guess, maybe be a scientific explanation for why water could be stirred or something, you know, like if it's like a pool with an outlet, you know, like a water rushing out, there kind of be, you know, there's water going out, and it's seemingly maybe, I remember there in St. Petersburg, there's just outside at Petrodvorets, lots of fountains, and this is one fountain that's supposed to be, if you step on the correct rock there, then it will be activated and you'll get wet. But actually it was not true. There was this one guy sitting, and so the kids would be running there trying to figure out which rock is the right one. In the summertime, in winter, you know, it's closed because the water is frozen. And so they would be trying to find the right rock. But actually what was happening there is this was one guy sitting there on a bench, and he had with his foot on like a switch opening and closing it. So when I see, okay, there's like, so he would open or close it. So they never could find the right one because there was not the right one. Okay. So there might be a scientific explanation for how this water might not be, but this is what they would have explained, how they would have explained it as. Now, I'm not saying here now miracles don't happen, because I believe in miracles. It could have been, right? Why can't God? They are created beings like we are created beings. It's like if an elephant falls in a small baby elephant falls in a mud hole, and I can either leave it there or I can pull it out, kind of idea, right? So in that sense, I'm kind of, if I don't do anything, it dies. If I do something, so it's like I'm kind of like an angel in that sort of, whoever is doing it is kind of like an angel. So it is possible, right? Created being, they can. Okay, it's not weird. I'm not saying so on other side. But the point is, the one going in was healed. And that surely would count for a miracle, okay, or a sign. And this is what this guy is as well getting at. And for 38 years becoming the water stirred, he's never in time there. So that's just that. He doesn't have, I mean, maybe, I don't know, like when he was young, someone would carry him, and maybe his parents. But after 38 years, they're most likely dead. And so no family, nobody's. So, you know, for that reason. Verse 8, Jesus said to him, get up, take your bed and walk. Right? So Jesus just, oh, okay, get up, take your bed and walk. No, this is not the first time Jesus told someone that, to take up your bed and walk. It's not strange. Okay, so understandably, you know, he did not have a bed that weighed 100 kilograms or something like that. I've seen some of the beds there at the Thai-Myanmar border, it's like weigh a ton. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever, if you buy a bed like that, you'll never move the thing because it's impossible. Anyhow, so sure, it was just like something you slept on, a roll or mattress or something, I mean, that you can roll up kind of idea. I mean, go on a hike, you take this stuff with you. That was kind of what this bed was like. Okay, so plain simple. And so yeah, Jesus said, well, get up and walk. Now, man, if he was there for 38 years, like he most likely forgot even how to walk. Not to speak of, right? So normally, if a person is like in a coma and they for like 6 months and they come out of the coma, they need to be retaught how to walk. There's so many because they're all the legs they like kind of lose the muscles. They go small, basically weak, and that you can't. You need to relearn everything. So this is sure. If he can walk after 38 years, this can't be but a miracle. This is not like how some try to imply that, oh, Jesus he was this good chiropractor, he just pushed on certain parts there in the leg and then the leg jumped into place and now the guy can walk. I mean, I've seen that, but that's impossible. I mean, if you believe that, it's impossible, right? You can't, if the person 38 years not walking, you can't push in the leg and make him walk. That is medically impossible. So if you can do that, then that would be counted as a miracle as well. So if you're a chiropractor and can do that, you're going to make a hell of a lot of money because, man, everybody will come to you. So yeah, Jesus wasn't just a chiropractor, a good chiropractor knowing all this. This is a miracle. Okay? Verse 9. And at once the man was healed, and he took up his bed and walked. Now that day was the Sabbath. Now the interesting thing is mentioned here is he was healed, then he took up his bed and walked. Okay, so we don't see anything concerning here faith. Okay, we don't see, okay, he believed and therefore he was healed and he took up his bed and he walked. All we see is he was healed first, only that, no belief involved. It's not mentioned at all. Then he took up the bed and he walked. Okay, so surely when he was healed, now you might say, no, Jesus saying take up bed and walk. But so those words of Jesus was the thing that healed him. He healed, then he could do. Okay, he didn't do and therefore he was healed. He didn't believe and therefore he was healed. Jesus healed him, and because he healed him, I'm pretty sure he could feel it now. Suddenly, there the legs going, kind of something I fixed. I mean, if you're sitting your leg and it's like underneath you, kind of, it's a pins and needles, like we call it, say in Afrikaans, like a slaap. You be in slaap is like sleeping or something like that. I mean, it's not. It's just and then you sit and you're like. And you take it, I was like pins and needles, man. It is kind of, you jump on it and kind of. So he could have felt this, like this is a new. So that experience, sure. Oh wow, something is happening here. So now I understand and I can do this. Okay, it's kind of an important point in this chapter because ultimately what is important in this chapter is not so much the healing of this man, but the when he was healed him, and that was on the Sabbath. Right, this is what Jesus is getting at in this whole miracle. This guy is not so much used as there's grace shown towards him, right? But his healing is not the important point in this chapter at all. The whole discussion has nothing to do with this man. It's where this sign will lead to. That is the important question.